Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Rita, and that's Aaron.
Whoa.
Today we will be reviewing
the Camacho Triple Maduro.
And this little guy here, his name is Moppy.
And this is very shiny.
Yes, I like shiny things.
This is a 6x60. Last night we had the 5x50 Robusto. So we're going to compare the two, essentially. Last night we did try a...
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, an experiment. There's a thing going around that Dr. Pepper pairs very well with these. I can agree. It was almost, I don't know, it made the Dr. Pepper taste almost like a Dr. Pepper milkshake. It was quite interesting. It tasted frothier and foamier, and this tasted just very mellow and soft, and they did pair very nice together. So
I think when Camacho came out with their insignia, the scorpion, it was really a great idea. I've always looked at Petco and stuff where they had pet scorpions. It's like, you know.
Now, the first thing I'm going to say here is that this is a San Andrean wrapper. Now, if you look at a couple websites, it will say that every tobacco in here was grown in Jamastran, Honduras. Not true. The San Andrean wrapper is by default grown in the San Andreas Valley of Mexico. So that wasn't. Now, the binder is a Corojo wrapper, and the only Corojo used really in cigars in America right now comes from the Jamastran Valley and the Iroa family. So you get a hold of Corojo, you pretty much know where it came from.
Oh! And for all of you out there for a second, I took the liberty last night before going to bed to look up the Flor de Olivas, and it comes back to the Oliva family cigar
Oliva.
Oliva.
So, anyways.
I'm not going to change. It's Oliva.
So, anyways, and how would you like your last name pronounced like Schultz?
That's fine.
Okay.
So shut up.
So
continue with your cigar thing.
I don't even remember exactly where it was. Oh, yes. Now, there is a variety of Corojo that's a pure Corojo being grown in Kentucky. I think they're calling it Kenbano, and it'll be available to wrap cigars and be used in cigars in another year or so. You also have most of the rest of the Corojo out there that's grown is genetically engineered because Corojo leaf is very susceptible to diseases and mold. So a lot of it's just not harvestable once they get it going. So luckily,
so it's a rare strand to get a real cigar.
Exactly, it is a very rare leaf to be found in a cigar, and that's why. The final thing is the filler of this is a combination of Brazilian, Dominican, and Honduran long fillers. And
so
apparently,
I'm not smoking anything from the floor then.
No, it shouldn't be. Now, what makes it a triple Maduro? I honestly couldn't find anything that says that because Maduro is just a color. So I guess they're saying that it's all dark tobaccos. Filler, wrapper, and binder. Well, okay. They said it's the first, though, and I'm sure there are others that use dark, heavily fermented leaf and filler, and so they just didn't get called Triple Maduro. This did.
Well, it's like you're looking at that one thing, you know, on Cigar International, cigar.com. You look at the Connecticut broadleaf Maduro, and then it's like, well, how is
exactly? It's just.
How is the Oscuro Maduro wrapper? You know, that's
Oscuro's darker than Maduro.
Yeah, but it's Oscuro is a Maduro.
Well, yeah, because it's the dark color of the leaf, but Oscuro is supposedly darker. Oh, you even had it. The basics, whatever.
Yes.
And we'll look that up some other time for the argument.
I'm not. I'm just looking for my own. Continue. You got the sniff test.
Anyways, on a sniff test, there's not a lot of scent to it. But what there is kind of earthy and hayish. It's just very mild. Some sweetness off the foot and head. And I'm going to go ahead and fire this up.
I actually have to agree. I was picking up some sweetness off the head, but I was also picking up chocolate. You know, the scent I was getting is chocolate, you know. So I guess I was wrong. The one I was thinking of is a Connecticut Oscuro wrapper. So my apologies. So it is sweet. It's got grassy earth notes, but then again, every Camacho that we've reviewed has got that earthy hay smell and taste, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This one smells like a freshly mowed grass. So let's fire this up, and we'll see, you know. I was looking up some information the other day. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it's very rare nowadays to get a hold of a Puros Indios Chief. I was looking that up last night, and we used to sell them over in Europe and ship them, but you can't even get those.
Kind of a smoky hickory flavor right off the bat here. A little bit of pepper. Not too much pepper, though. It's just very pleasing. I did not light all the way when I lit.
You want to use this one?
No, I got mine. I'm used to mine. It is quite tasty.
I do want to say, for the record, everyone knows Aaron's favorite brand is Camacho through and through.
If only they had a Candela.
If Nubs had a Candela, that would be cool.
Now, the other day, I was talking about Candelas, and I said that I thought that they were young leaves, and I hadn't looked them up. I did recently look up Candelas because I was curious. So, figured I'd mention that.
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing, you know.
So, when it comes to Candelas, they are a young leaf. I was right about that. What ends up happening is when they grow out the plant, what they do is it's supposed to be harvested at a certain time frame. And at that time frame, they cut the plant and then they ferment it. Well, in the case of a Candela, it'll be like, say, a month or two before they would cut it down normally, and they cut it down early. They strip off the leaves and they hang it up to ferment. But what they do is they do a fermentation process that quickly ferments so that it retains that chloroform that was in the plant, and therefore it keeps the Candela color. The chloroform actually affects the flavor probably more so than many other leaves out there.
Well, let's try the chloroform on you and see if it works.
No, not chloroform, chlorophyll.
Oh. Sorry.
I don't want to have chloroform used on me.
Anyways, I'm picking up hints of chocolate.
Agreed.
And I would say a darkish earth. And because this is a different cigar than yesterday, and I can taste the differences as our sample,
I'd say I could.
I'm picking up espresso flavors in this stick.
I'd say I could pick up more of a rootish flavor. Just like, I don't know what type of root in particular, but kind of a young, soft wood that's, you know, when you crack open fresh wood, it kind of has a different odor to it than when you chop dry old wood. And those little sprigs, the tiny little fresh roots, it's kind of got that kind of scent to the flavor, if you know what I mean. Olfactory hues.
Well, anyways, I'm picking up, like I said, those flavors. So shall we wait and get back to the halfway?
I suppose so.
Well, look at the time so far.
Yeah, it's 2:30 right now, so.
No, this.
Oh, 10 minutes, of course, and we've been gabbing, so we'll see you in the halfway point. Hello, and welcome back to this review of the Camacho Triple Maduro. And this is a 6x60, as I said. We tried the 5x50 yesterday. Having no burn issues, didn't have any burn issues yesterday. The flavor I'm picking up is mostly a kind of walnutish flavor, with maybe light hints of cedar, some spice, but it's not really strong or overpowering or anything. It's a very nice little cigar. I do think the walnut comes forth a little more in the 6x60, whereas there's sweeter tones that come through on the 5x50.
I agree with the walnut flavor.
This so far has been a pleasure to smoke. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into it, I think. We started around 2:10, right? I think something like that. Oh no, it was 2:30. We're an hour in. Oh, but we started about 5 minutes into before that. So, okay, we're an hour and 5 minutes into the cigar. That works. So, we'll catch you in the final third of this cigar and let you know if there's been any changes or anything different.
Welcome back to part 3 of the Triple Maduro Camacho 6x60.
And to me, I am still picking up that walnut flavor. It's been throughout this entire cigar, and it's been a very nice flavor. Kind of woodsy, nutty. Everything you expect in a walnut, pretty much. And it's been a flawless burn. Nice long smoke. Almost 2 hours for a 6x60. It did pair well with Dr. Pepper, and I do find that the 50 ring gauge is a little sweeter in flavors, not quite so walnutish. So this is one where I think the different Vitola definitely makes a difference in the flavor, and I don't know which I like better. I think that I would equally like both, to be honest. So I definitely recommend giving it a try, especially since I love Camacho.
First of all, I have to agree with Aaron, the other one was sweeter and shorter, but it also smoked very good, just like this one. I would say, I highly recommend either or if you're into torpedo shapes or Toro sizes, go for it, or Churchill's. This cigar is
I don't know
pure
what
walnut.
Vitola this comes in, but
I just wanted to say this cigar is amazing, and yes, it is got walnut flavoring. Not that it matters that I was eating walnuts yesterday.
which means you have even a better chance to compare to walnuts than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had walnuts in quite a long time. But one other thing of note here is that the Triple Maduro was my first experience with Camacho cigars back almost 2 years ago. I remember I ordered a 12 cigar sampler from Thompson, and they replaced 2 of the cigars in it with Triple Maduros. And at first, I kind of felt like I got ripped off because the 2 cigars they replaced, I really wanted to try.
Which were?
And I don't even remember now. But this was like easily the best cigar in that bundle, and I got to try Hammer and Sickle during that time, and so did Rita, which we were unimpressed with because it was just horribly humidified. Everything was horribly humidified from them, and I don't really trust their humidification when it comes. I think they need boxing for several weeks, and I can't afford to do that. So I stopped dealing with Thompson. Hate to say it, but it's true. But even now, it's still one of those cigars I just absolutely love. So
Yeah, exactly. I like Camacho myself. They're one of my top 7 favorite companies. I like the Ecuador And the other ones we've tried, you know.
We've tried
The
the
barrel-aged.
Criollo, the Ecuador, the barrel-aged, and then this one. So I still want to try the Corojo and the Connecticut, which I haven't, and the Diploma. Oh, we've tried the Ditka. We've tried the BG Meyer.
I thought the Ditka was overhyped.
I thought it was very good, though. The BG Meyer was very good, too. And Room 101 is connected to them as well, and we've both enjoyed the Chingon. So... and all the blends are essentially blended by Christian Iroa or the Iroa family. Even when it comes to the Ditka, etc., they just get approval from those people of, do you like this or not? So I don't think you can go wrong with Camacho cigars at all.
Nope.
I did not like the barrel age, though. Surprisingly, I found that to be kind of pukey, vomitous. But otherwise... Anyways, that's my review. You got anything further to say, or are we done?
Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Thank you. And may God bless you all, and enjoy every puff.